Today I am working with, let's see here, 6 poblano peppers. So what I'm going to do is roast these on my stovetop. I'm actually going to char and burn the exterior and peel the charred skin. Okay, so now I'm just going to turn on my stovetop flame and I'm just going to start charring this skin. And as it starts to blister and char, I'm going to turn it to another side. Eventually, I want pretty much the whole exterior of this poblano pepper to be charred, and that'll make it easier for me to peel that waxy skin off. And that's exactly what you're trying to achieve. Okay, so here is what my charred poblano peppers look like. And as you can see, they're very charred and the skin will definitely be easy to peel off. But I'm going to let them set here and I'm going to cover them and let them sweat for about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so now let me show you how I'm going to peel the skin off of these. And it's really simple. Sometimes I could use a spoon to scrape off the skin. I'm just going to sort of wipe it with some paper towels and then give them a quick rinse and pat them dry as best I can. Just like that. So all I'm going to do is just take a little knife, and sometimes when you peel these, they'll sort of break open anyways. You might want to start there, but this one I did pretty good. It didn't have any breaks in it or tears, so I'm just going to start right here in the center and kind of just carefully with the point of my knife, because you don't want to break it in the back, and just make a little opening. And once you open it, now that they're peeled, you're going to remove all the seeds from the center. And then they'll be ready to stuff. So here, I'm just going to grab, if you could see the center here, you'll want to just remove all of that the best that you can. And then you can just rinse it out, pat it dry, and that'll be completely cleaned. And then you can start stuffing your peppers. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to remove the seeds. Okay. So once all of your chilies are cleaned and all the seeds removed, you can stuff them. Here I have a potato and cheese stuffing. I'm just going to take a palmful and just add it right to the center of my pepper. You could also use just plain cheese and onion. Here I have cheese and picadillo. For these detailed Chiles Rellenos recipe videos, I'll link them below or in the video somewhere. But check this out. I have the full crispy Chiles Rellenos recipe in my cookbook. It takes you from how to prepare the peppers to how to stuff them and fry them. I also have the easy picadillo that goes great with this as a filling. If you want the link to where you can purchase my cookbook, I will put that in the description below. Okay, so once you stuff your peppers, you'll want to secure them with toothpicks, and then these are ready. So I'm going to set these aside and work on the egg batter mixture. Here I have 6 chilled large egg whites. I've separated it from the yolks, and I'm going to beat these or whip these up until stiff peaks. At this point you could also add maybe a tablespoon of cornstarch or flour to stabilize it, but I don't. It's optional. Now I'm going to add the egg yolks one by one, and I'm just going to whip and continue beating them until it's all combined. Now I'm going to dredge my stuffed peppers in flour. This will help the egg mixture or egg batter adhere to the stuffed peppers. You're going to want to dip and completely coat your stuffed peppers and then add it right into your preheated fry oil. This is going to be a shallow fry. I probably could have added 3. I typically like to use 2 spatulas or spoons to give it a flip. And once they're done frying for a couple of minutes, I am going to place them on a baking sheet with a rack just to let any residual oil run off of the peppers. Okay, so once these are done, be sure to remove the toothpicks before taking a bite, but I want to show you what the inside looks like. And like I said before, you can stuff these however you like. Cheese and onion, potato and cheese, meat and cheese. Sometimes my grandmother would mix rice with picadillo, so it all depends on your preference. Now, one thing my grandfather liked to do when he would eat Chiles Rellenos, he liked to serve this with a tomato soup broth. So to do that, I'm going to be using 6 Roma tomatoes, 3 cloves of garlic, and half of a small onion. And I'm going to puree this with maybe a cup to a cup and a half of water. You could strain the puree or just add it to a preheated pan with a little bit of oil. And now I'm going to season it. I like to add chicken flavored bouillon cube or bouillon powder to taste. Start with a teaspoon and work your way up from there. I like to add some onion powder, cracked black pepper. Sometimes I add ground cumin. It's really up to you. You could also add some fresh herbs like epazote or a sprig of cilantro for flavor. And I'm going to let this simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. And this is where you add your Chiles Rellenos and just let them simmer for like the last 5 minutes in the broth. And the egg batter coating just soaks up all of that flavorful broth. You can serve it in a bowl with extra broth, and that is how my grandfather liked to eat his Chiles Rellenos. He liked to also add salsa. You can definitely do that. Either way, these are so delicious and remind me of another comforting meal. I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.